so I grew every single one of these tomatoes, and it's really exciting to me. So what I'm going to do with them is make tomato sauce, and it's really easy, but you have to do a couple things first. So the first thing you want to do is take your tomato and cross a little X into the bottom. So then you're going to drop it into some boiling water just for a second. Alright, so what you're doing here is you're loosening that skin up. Let's take your tomato and drop it right into some ice water. And that will shock the skin and it'll just peel right off. So I always want to do this over a bowl or something to see how the skin peels right off now. Really easy. So take off the whole skin, then get a knife, take out the core. Be careful with the knife. And just set it aside. So go ahead and take the skin off all your tomatoes. Alright, so once you have your tomatoes all peeled, the next step is getting them ready to go into the sauce. So to start with, you're going to want to put a little oil in the pan, chop up a white onion, and it doesn't really matter how fine you dice it because everything's going to get pureed in the end. So just throw it in the pan. And then I have some garlic. I grew these myself, so they're little baby teeny tiny ones, just a couple cloves, whole cloves, right in. So now, what you're going to want to do, and the reason you start this is because you want to get the onions and the garlic to start cooking and developing a little flavor while you're getting the tomatoes ready to go in. Now what you want to do is give it a good squeeze and see how all the seeds start to come out. You want to get all the seeds out. You can kind of break it apart with your fingers, break it open, get all the seeds out, all those guts. You don't want that. A couple seeds are fine, but not too many. So once you've gotten that done, go ahead and take your tomato and just throw it right in the pan with the onions and the garlic. And so do that to all your tomatoes. So once you have all your tomatoes seeded and in the pan, just start to cook them slowly over a medium-low heat until they start to break down. We are in the garden. I thought it would be nice to pick some herbs. So what I'm going to do is get some parsley. And these will be really good in the tomato sauce. So after about 20 minutes, you'll have a sauce that's pretty much cooked down. A couple bigger chunks, but we're going to puree that down with the immersion blender. So what you want to do next is take some herbs, parsley, sage, and oregano, and just chop them up a little bit. Throw them right in. Go ahead and turn the heat off. And add 2 teaspoons of salt. 1 teaspoon of black pepper. So now take an immersion blender and puree it the rest of the way. Once you've reached the desired consistency of the sauce, go ahead and let it reduce a little. Simmer. And this has been simmering for about a half hour. You can go ahead, and it's done. Just put it in the container. But making your own tomato sauce is easy and really fun too.